Alright guys, today we're going to be designing a brand guideline for an invoice app. The project I've been working on and building on with the team, and it's just an invoice AI. So in this tutorial you're going to learn how to design a brand guideline. Basically, we're going to be using some cool features like the Figma motion also. So firstly, we have already choose our frame which we are going to be designing in, which is I selected the 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's the size we're going to be designing it. So now let's use the grid system in designing. So back to the design now. I'm going to use, and by the way, I've gotten inspos from Dribble already, and from Twitter. I got this from Twitter, I got this from Dribble. So from the X app and Dribble. Also you can get from Pinterest and Behance for inspiration. So now let's create a grid system. By the way, we have a design system already, which I've already done, by the way, which I'm going to be using in this tutorial. So let's use the available ones. Okay. Should I use this type of column grid? Or let me see. Let's see this one. Let's check out different options. We are trying this. Okay, no, this. This is the same with the first one. So we use a column grid. So now, designing now. Make a background. So we have the colors already. So the field is going to be the primary color. So basically, the primary color is sandy. Okay. Okay, this is more visible now. Let's use this. So the grid is the primary color. The blue is the primary color. So now, following this type of guide, the font we're using is going to be Inter. So let's use Inter. So now, just write brand. Select all. Increase the font size. So this is the font we are using in this project. Let's increase it. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm holding shift. I'm zooming in. To zoom in, you can hold Control or Command. That's on your Mac. Then you scroll with your mouse wheel, or you just hold Control then plus. So now, brand guidelines. What's on my keyboard? Okay, stop. Got it. So okay. So now let's give this a color also. I'm going to just give it white. Alright, simple as that. Let's reduce the size of the font. So you know we're designing in this, so we should know the type of font we're using. And also, here's the logo that I'm going to be using. Here's the logo, so I just drag it. It's not part of the course, by the way. It's not part of the course. I'll make a tutorial on how to design UI, UX, and web and mobile, following all the laws of UI, UX, and also just some animations also will be included. You know, I love this latest feature of Figma Motion. It's a wonderful update. Before, Figma also can do animations just with some plugins, but now it's in the app. Wow, much improvement. I'm going to disconnect this from disconnect this. Well, there's nothing. It's not gonna fit. So let's just make this solid white. Let's make this white. No, just have to zoom in, then select them one by one. Select this, select this, select this. If you're wondering how I'm selecting all, you are holding Ctrl plus Shift. Then you click to select the particular object you want to edit. So now, let's just increase the size. I'm holding Shift plus Alt to control the size. So now just design basically the brand guidelines. So basically here we're going to do the UI, that is the design, before we move to the animation step. So let's reduce the size. This is way too much. So let's reduce it. Let's reduce the height, the line height also. Okay, this is good. It looks good. So, and now let's go to the line. Okay, so let's give some inspiration. This is for blah blah blah. Okay. So now this is the direction. Let me put this on the blue background. Send it to the back. Sending to the back, use Control Shift, then the backspace. No, not backspace. Control Shift, then the box brackets. That is the box bracket. So that's the type of command you're going to use. Okay. Yeah. This is not necessary though. I just want to like have a clear contrast of what I'm doing next time. So let's just group them together. Ctrl G and group them. So this is the direction and what you are designing. The contents, the logo, the intro. So after this, we're designing the content. So now the logo, animation, video, visual, blah blah blah. Okay, let me just copy this right here. So an image. So it's just a direction of what we're designing. So now as developers, we can browse stuff, as most important skill, you know how to check for stuff when you get stuck. So Windows Alt 0169. You hold Windows Alt 0169. Windows Alt 01. Windows Alt 0169. Okay. I don't think that's working. So now we want to add an animation, just a simple animation here. So to this brand guideline, so we're going to add a simple animation here. So now this is what we're gonna do. We just wanted to write from here, that's from here to here. We wanted to increase like to come out from the bottom on the logo also. We also want the logo, please, the logo come out from the bottom or from the left, something like that, or from the bottom. So this is how we're gonna do it. We have a keyframe, so you take it over here, like let's say like 400 milliseconds. Let's say, yeah, 400 milliseconds. Let's hide. No, let's. No. Let's add a scale. So from here to here. I wanted to actually hide this here, but not even what I want. I come out from nowhere. So alright guys, basically we're just going to put this inside a frame. So now let's put this in the frame selection. So now it's inside the frame. As you can see, now it's inside the frame. So we're just going to call it brand guideline. So brand guideline text. So now inside that text, now we're going to give it a clip content, like we want it to be inside of the content. So we don't want it to go out. So now when we clip that, we are going to now add a keyframe that is to the Y motion axis. That is the Y motion axis. So for it to transition to, now we're going to add a keyframe from like 400 milliseconds. No, is that a scale? No, I want it to actually go down, so I don't want to scale it. Yes, this is what I want it to do. No. This is what I want it to do. So drag that thing down. Then, this is what I want it to do. So now, also, we're going to give it a type of ease in and ease out, a type of transition. So that's ease in. is in, is out. So let's see how it plays. Oh no, no. Is in, is out. No, we don't need this. This is going to be delete. Oh, you know what? Let's delete everything. Let's delete this position also. Let's delete that. So let's select this since we want to animate everything. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to add keyframe. So now, at first, animating it, you don't want to see anything. That is, sorry. This also needs to be in a, and let's go back to design. This also needs to be in a frame and add a clipping max to it. So this will call it logo. You need to be organized when designing yourself. If you have to give it to another person, you can be able to read it. Because it's a good practice when you designing your last project or working with your last project, or you're going to give it to the AI to make it easier and get better results of codes when using the MCP server, like using the AI to convert the design into code. So that's a good practice being and it makes you to be organized. So let's get back into the animation. So now from 0 to 400 milliseconds, about 400 milliseconds, I want to add a keyframe. So I want to add a keyframe. So now let's add a keyframe. What as this? So now, as first, I don't want it to scale down. I want it to go down. Okay. I think we should do it one by one. There's a clipping my stage. Why is it not working? Let's see what's wrong. Okay. No. We select text instead. Frame. That's what I selected the text instead of the frame. So now we have to select the logo also. Yeah. Select the text instead of the frame. So that's what we're gonna do. So, now we're going to set it to now. This is what we want. Uh, I think we should do it a separate time. So now we select this and add its own animation. So from now to about 400 milliseconds, I want to add a keyframe to it. So now let's check this out. Sorry. Turn off the notification and mute for about 8 hours because this tutorial is going to be about some couple of hours before we're done. So now, no, let's remove that comment. Now, the logo, yes, first thing we're going to do, we are going to add a keyframe to this. So now, let's remove the keyframe that we added before. Let me show you guys. So now add a keyframe, you take it down, just drag it down, then come in here, drag it all back. No, don't scale, drag it all back. So now let's play what I've done. So see, yeah, see it. Okay, so now on that keyframe, we want to add a easing effect, easing transition effect. So ease in, ease out. So now we added it. So cool, cool, cool. Just a simple animation. And this we want it to come straight from the left. So this is what we are going to do. And the text will not different, remember. So don't want to make that mistake. So from the text, not different. So we want it to just like pop out from the left. So now we add a keyframe, which is already added. So from here, we don't want it to show. So we'll take it to about 400 milliseconds. So then add a keyframe. So let's play it and see what happens. Oh sorry, my bad, my bad, my bad. Add a keyframe. When adding a keyframe, then this automatically will bring it back into position. You know, I'm new to this plugin. You know, as a developer, you update. I'm new to this feature, so not really used to, you know, so let's play it and see what happens. Okay, okay, synchronize. This one, I wouldn't want it to be, I wouldn't want it to be that much disturbing. I want it to be just a straight, like a linear, straight, sharp transition. I don't want it to be, let me just use a straight, like a linear transition. I don't want it to be just this sharp. Okay, simple. So now, okay, let's duplicate this. So what's the next on our direction? The next is the brand identity. So below the intro, the content, okay, content. Let me look at some inspo, blah blah blah. When you're working, you need to work with the inspo so you don't forget. It's not something you keep in mind, it's not something you can just go there and look up and remember. So the content, I'll just do a simple content. So now let's go back to design, back to design. Okay. Content. So now this content. So this different size. I think this can go over there. No, when designing, just try stuff. That's how we work. That's how we developers work also. So just resize it. No, on that frame, let's put it in our auto layout. Let's give it an auto layout. Shift A. And you want to know how to do the auto layout, just use the Shift A. No, resize it. Just resize it. This also will give it an auto layout. Resize it. Just resize it. And giving this an auto layout. So let's just position it to make sure it's aligned. Okay, so now this is the fun thing about working with grids. So you understand now. So now to as put in the frame. So we'll come out with the frame instead. But right now we're gonna just do the content. That is, let's just clone this. Control D. So now, or Command D if you're using a Mac. I'm on a Windows machine, so it's Control D. So now, select this. After that content pop out of the pop out of the stuff. Excuse my friends. It's supposed to be in the frame. I don't think this is in the frame anymore, so I'm on the frame, so the content. So let's just do this. So on the content we should have our intro, then we should have what? Our logo, introduction, is a presentation, so we have to make it clear as possible so that the audience can understand. So typography, or you can call it typeface or whatever. You know it as layman's English, it just says the text. Or you can just call it the typeface, which we professionals do call it. So now, color palette. Yes, can I get it right? Did I get it right? Okay, just one. Palette. Alright. So, tone of voice. We're going to be doing a lot of copy and pasting here because it shows you now iconography. So let's just do the best we can. In this video, I don't want the video to be too long, or it might be too long though. Iconography. And also, let me just look at something here. Thanks, social media mockup. Social media mockup. Social media. Social media mockup. So now let's just outline the regular font. Regular fonts, okay. Okay, I think that's how it's okay. Then let's give it a star. This star. So I think the font should go down a little bit, and the height also should be down a little bit. Should be down. Okay. Thanks. That's okay. No, I got that spelling wrong. Typography. Typography. That's the right spelling. That's the right word. So this should be an indentation. So this does indentation. Okay. Now let's just align that to the middle. Okay. Alright. Quite now wisely. So alright. That doesn't look so cool. Let me just adjust the type of style we're using right here. I think we should use the numbering. Okay, I think that's that. Must know that. So now intro should come before the logo. So we introduce because you're presenting. So intro should come before the logo. So alright, let's align it all to the center. So I'll go. So now no much, there should not be really any animation here because it's not necessary doing any animation yet. Not necessary, then it's not necessary. Does not necessarily need any animation. So now, except we're going to give this an animation. Okay, let's see if you can do something of this, but not really anything though, just a subtle animation. Okay, wow, 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 wow. Okay, okay. The animation is working something. So let's see the whole thing. Oh, I so much love the beta version of Figma. Look at the colors, the gradients, all this loading slider bar. Okay, okay, okay. Change group. Okay, okay, that's cool. Not really any fancy or any smart animation. That's the so now let's just rename this. It's a content. Uh, no, introduction. Introduction. So right here, why is this down? Should be up. Let's let's go back to the design. Let's go back to the design. On the introduction, let's just delete this, and this. Oh, you know what? Introduction. I just want to show you guys how to design. All this now. Let's this style. I don't want this video to be way too long. So let's remove that style. Introduction. Let's remove the style. So now we are going to copy the introduction from here. So this is actually the copywriting. We'll go from the AI. So these are who they are. who they are. So now we're just gonna copy that. I'll paste it in. So okay, we'll reduce the font size. Okay, not for it. That's good. And let's put that in the middle. I'm not doing anything really fancy here, just simple presentation of. So now I'm not really doing anything fancy. So you hold Alt and Shift. You first hold Alt and Shift to drag, incline it. Inclinely. That's you hold Alt and Shift to drag inclinely, which would be on the same part, straight line. That is to clone or duplicate something. So now let's continue. Typography. Typography. Um, Typography. Basically, yeah. Why isn't it? What's just that fun? I'm getting some inspiration. Inspiration. Okay. No. The next is logo. So no. Just change this to logo. Keep it organized. So now just delete this. Delete that. And now I just going to somehow replicate this. So this is what we're going to follow. Copy something like this, okay? Let's just steal this. You understand? So this will work. Down the opacity so I can get to do this well. So alright. And we have the logo over here. Let's just take this. Just holding Alt. So take this. I'll bring it over here. So just hold it to the front. I don't want this to be in the front. Or let it be in the front. Okay, let it be in the front, yeah. Because of the animation. So now this I want it to be in a. I'm not really playing around color. As I said, I don't want this video to be a long one, so let's just make it quick as possible. So sometimes do about the old Alt Shift back. That's the putting different. So the old Alt and Shift. What's wrong? Okay, now. Why to do that? You just submit. Then adjust the frame. That's the frame. This way I want you to hug the content, and I want you to also hug the content. Right. Also for you, I want you to hug the content. Also want you to hug the content. So for you also hug the content. So I'm diving into UI UX, but this is not part of the topic though. But in the next tutorial, my next video, I'm going to show you guys how to align the contents or how to hawk the content, so how to use those features. But this is not part of the course. It's in UI UX. So now let's keep on continue what we're doing. So let's keep on designing what we're doing. So now let's select this. And I want this also to be resizing. I want this also to resize. So when it's resizing, it's following it. So now as the use of that hawk content that we use. So now basically, yeah, what's wrong with it? So basically, yeah, we're still in this pattern. So now let's use the lines. Lines. So we give it a line over here. Give it also a line here. I'm holding Alt, don't forget. Give it a line here. And a line here. No, at the end. It's at the end. Oh, just give it only here. Turn it to white. Also now we just drag it. Get it to the size of the what we're still in. So now we also drag it to the other end. Now the colors, give it a stroke of white. That stroke we want it to be in the middle. So like so. Now we also want to give it a line here also. You see where we still stuff. So that's how we do it, we just replicate. So now I take this out, take it out of the way. And now that is done. Now you pop it into here. I think this grid can hold on for a second. Love the grid. The grid. And it's disconnect. So I can let it go. Let me lock this down. Control L. No. What is it about? Control Shift L, yes. Control Shift L. So now I lock the background, which is the rectangle. So I'm dragging it. You can, so you can move away. So now let's just align these together. Showing you guys how this is done. Showing you guys how this is done. So it is not aligned. So I those are the rules. So now I'll just take this. So those are the clear space, the white space around it. I don't want to be using those terms because you guys have to pay. But don't worry, you see in my next course, UI course that's coming up in my next tutorial. How to be coming up my next tutorial. So now just align these together and make them even. Let's reduce the size of this. Okay, and just move back a little. So now we select all these lines. So let's select these two lines. I'll bring them out a little bit. So now, so what we're gonna do to all the lines, select all the lines. I'm holding Shift. Then we'll give them a stroke color. Just give them white. So now I want a dotted line. So it's not solid. I want a dotted line stroke. This style's a dotted one. So I need enough space, yes, between them and gap. Yes. So cool. Now let me increase the size of this. Awesome. I want to increase the size. So the width. Excuse my grammar, excuse my French. Let's use the slider. Let's say 1.5. That's good. Okay. So select all of these with the logo. Alright. I think the logo is selected. Right. That is this. You select the logo. This is the logo right. I want to be sure what I'm selecting. So yeah, select the logo. Group them. And now you align them together. So now this also, they will group them. So I want it now, just align them to the center. Where it is the size now. So where's the group? This is a group. So align it. I just want to reduce the size of this. So let me ungroup it. First, I want to resize this. Okay. Press ungroup. So we to resize this. We just drop down this down again. No. Okay. No. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now I'm not the frame. So we have to do the work again. Not so much. Yes. There's a little bit. So now let's start this over again. So group them, align to the center also. Reduce the size of this. I want it. Is this in the frame? Copy. Okay, that's the center. So now also, let's put this ellipse besides that. So we delete this. Then we put alt. Put this back. See. So let's put this here. So we want to make it equal. Let's put this in at the edge, the tip of the edge of the rectangle. So, and also put this here. So now we align it to the center. So we're just going to give it 1, 2, 3. Okay. Here's the center. Okay. Also this is the center. The center. Right. Shift to select both of them. And this is what's going to happen. We give it a few clicks. Hold shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm just using the old arrow. I'm just holding the arrow down. I'm holding the arrow down and holding shift and clicking the arrow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now, but now we just give them stroke of 1.5, 0.5, then change it to 3. What was it? Let's see what we use. Yeah. Okay, 10 gaps. Also, we'll give it a gap of 10 just to be consistent. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, these are some UI use laws or not. I'm making a tutorial on that. So let's see what we use. How many dashes do we use? Let's see. 7 dashes. So let's use 7 also. Okay, cool. It's coming up. Let's align this to this. Group them. Align it to center. Take that group. On group. Align this to this rectangle. Group them. I'll just go like that. Okay, you know what? On group. Here's what I'm going to do. We are going to create a mask. We would need another shape, like a stroke or something, just to overlay that. show to the block, so we minus the fill. Then we select everything here and just give it a mask. Control Alt M. Okay, no problem. Think I need to send this to the back. Send it to the back. No. Okay. There's no fill on. Send it to the back. Let me see what I'm doing actually, because let's change the color to red, okay? See the problem. I'll send this tool to the back. When you're working, you have to work with colors, okay? This is just temporary. I just want to see what I'm working with. Now I'm going to use color red. Just send it to the back. Okay. I don't know. That's the deal. I don't want it to disappear. I want it to be at the back of this. Okay. What's the problem? Keeps disappearing. So, okay, then you're in that group. So if you what we're gonna do, just watch, take out the field, select this, select them both, select all of it. Then we Control Alt M. What's the problem? Okay, the two rectangles, let's just align them together. Control G to group them, and I'll send them to the middle of the work artboard or the frame, as you call it. Then we'll send it to the back. So we ungroup them, Control backspace or Command backspace if you're using a Mac. So now on this, we want a solid fill. Let's bring the front, Control Shift. So bring that to the front. Trying to do the back or bring it to the front. working with different frames can be difficult with Figma. Let's bring it back to the front. It's because of the tutorial though. Send it back. Okay. And align it to the center. So make it square. Or a rectangle. So to take out the field, or let's change the field to red so we can see what we're doing clearly. Then we'll take out the field first. Since we are seeing what we are doing, then we'll select this and use the Control Alt M. I don't know why this keeps. Okay. They need to be in the same frame for this to work. And this is scattered. This is the frame. That's the ellipse. Let me just close all this because this can get someone confused. Let me just close all this. The frame, ellipse, rectangle, that's the rectangle. Okay. Send this to the back. Where's the other ellipse? This ellipse. That's the ellipse. Group. One group. One group. So this should be at the front. This should be at the back. So we select all of these. Select. Then we use the clipping mask. So now that's been masked cleanly, but we also apply another. Let's just duplicate this, Ctrl D, unmask, remove mask, Alt M. You do what you've done. So this is the mask group. So just put them together. We'll group them. Logo. Should we add an animation to this? Okay. Let's just add a simple animation to it. So now, select the logo. Now, what we are going to do is we add animation to the position of wires, which we want it to do what. So now, adding it, then we'll take it up. So now, at the start, we want it to be down below. So from there, take it 400 milliseconds. Okay, from there I want it to go down a bit. So we'll take it back. And from here, I want to go bit down. So we take it 100 milliseconds. So it's there. The same width. Then we add a keyframe. Awesome. And now you see. Just simple code animation. So that's it for that. Okay. What else can we do? Gradient, blah blah blah. Can just do simple that. So now I just want to add a gradient to this. Design, no, back to design. We just add a gradient to that. Oh. So let's see how the animation works for this again. Okay. Good. Okay, I want for this particular, I want it to have, okay, let's play the animation. I want this is in, is out. I want this is in. Okay, it's applied already. And I'm not, okay, okay, back to design. I want to add a gradient to this. And I don't like the stroke, then the color just change, that's just that. The stroke should be another color. Let's change it to something like green as well. Okay. Okay. Now I want to add gradient. This. give them back their fill. So just a simple gradient right there. And this background, I would want it to be somewhat same color with this gradient. Let's unlock it. Don't forget also this they need to be on top. Let's unlock the layer. This Control Shift or Command Shift if you're using a Mac. Unlock. So now that is unlocked. Give the fill of a gradient type of fill. Same darker color. Same color. All the map is same color. Same color. Working. I understand. Is it working? No, like this. No reflecting. No reflecting. Okay, I know what's happening. Click container, remove that. The opacity is at 100. Right? Still not. Okay. It's a different max entirely. You don't put this. Okay, it's an error. Put delete this. Select this. Okay, those marks are affected then. Let's just unlock this. Back on the gradient. So let's reduce the opacity to about 60%. That's a bit. Then I'll drag this in. Group it. Slap it in. Group. I don't know why they're not grouping. The first group. center to the center. See what will happen. Duplicate this out first. Duplicate this. Take out the fill. Take out the fill. Then we just slam it in here. Confirm. Let's confirm. Let's change the color. Give it a fill. No, let's give it a fill. Give it a fill, yes. Okay. Now we can see what we're working with. Select this and let's lock this down. Control Shift there. Lock this down. I don't want to go ahead and speak it. So Control Alt M. So now when it's in, bring this back in place. Then send it to the back. Yes. So now you align it to the center. Cool. Send it to the back once again. Center. Okay. Now you can see color. Now let's open with this and adjust the gradient. It's now looking so good here. Let's adjust it. So now I'm going to change the colors. So switch more colors. Come out over top, lighter, and lighter. It's easier right here. Okay, I think it's much better. So increase the radius. So cool. Cool. So stroke. So we just hold Alt and drag it down. So So what is next on our list? Delete this. So the next is after the W. The next is words. So you can just say like a modern invoicing finance app that make make invoicing instantly swift and fast, making payments secure and and secure, payment secure and funded. Just something so white. Okay, it's white and let's take it up here. It is my hat. Invoicing. So let's just add it here. Somewhere here. Let's append the grid onto that. This. Okay, good. So don't forget to work with the grid. So then okay, cool. Nothing fancy as just simple cool stuff. So let's move on to the next. On the next we have typography. So we just change this to typo. Correct. Yeah. So let's look for exposure, layout, and typography. What's the typography? But font content. Okay, alright. So this is something like this. Okay. Okay. I just want to do this. So I'm going to just send it to Control C. For now, let's just give it big clean. Okay. So now just editing this directly. Typography. Oh. Oh. Wonderful. So typography. What I'll do. So I'll see what's gonna happen. Let's remove this. And let's remove this. So this text should be small. That's it. I'll just do and with Alt paste that in into number. Paste that in into number. Because it's like times 2 of it. So I can increase it. So now typography. Probably. So this medium. Make it regular. Reduce in size about 32. Then enter of the cap lock. Enter type is with use was type is the only font used word mark. I don't know how to line. Okay, good. Now increase it a little bit. Okay. So now you just increase the size a little bit, and then write enter. Instance global invoice funding. Instance global invoicing funding. Simple. So let's bold. Okay. Now we're done. Take everything. The holding sheet back to the front. Now let's align this. Bring it over here. Yes. Delete that. Align this. Okay, when I'm using that color, just change the primary change to white. Just simply white and black basically. White and blue basically. So bring them here. Okay. And this is supposed to be in every page. So we're going to have about 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we just share them evenly. 1 and then edit them basically. Skip my mind, I'm supposed to do that because of the pages, not page. We're having the yeah, that's it. Let's just keep that there for a second. Why all these are not showing us because of the animation? I should have worked on it first, but it's all good. So this doesn't need a number though. This also doesn't need a number. To change the color to white. Now this needs a numbering introduction. Introduction. So this okay, that's a bit there. Not much. Not taking so much space. So let's just put this percentage of cookie. I'll take this off. I want too much animation. Let's turn it to white. Align it to the center. Okay, it's all good. So let's just push it to the right because it matches the edge. That's good. Okay. Take this off. Bring this here. So the logo. Oh no, NCT. This is guys out the content. Okay. This that line what is it here the keyframe? Just change it to white. Now let's make this a little bit bold. Okay, let's make it bold. Let's make this also white. So this is on the height, line height. And the regular font. Let's just show you how this font operates. B C D E F G H I J K L M O P Q R S T V blah 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 blah. So 1 2 3, just like that. These numbers, and the symbols, couple of symbols. Then we just give them spacing. Space the escape. So something like this. just to show the users of the typeface of the font. So cool. Not much, nothing special. Not really anything special, just very simple stuff. Okay. Over here, couple of DynaDev. Okay. Typography. After that, we have color palette. So let's just delete this. Then, okay. Let's delete this color palette. Wow. So much to do. I'm just doing a simple brand guideline, nothing more detailed or complex, something just a simple something. So, color. So, excuse me. Color palette. Just rename this. Now, I'll check this off. I don't see the foundation. So, then to the bottom. Um, right here, just this simple and quick color palette. So these are the colors. Basically, these are the colors. So you just use a box. Just split them into like four. We're using about four colors. Then this one we use the primary color. The primary color. About four colors. So yeah, secondary. We have the neutral, the tertiary, and the neutral is looks so these are the four colors we use. Yeah. I'll just resize them, scale it down. So the colors in which we use it. Let's get it down more. I want to take out this. You would want to take out the facility and I'll use a much more lighter color or deeper blue. Okay. Okay. Basically, yeah. So let's just align this evenly. Just to put them evenly. Horizontally. And we'll group them. I'm doing something much here. Just then we just represent them Let's bring back the guide so that I'll know where I land. No, not export. Okay, well, good. So, alright. Primary. I don't like what this. I don't like what Figma is doing. I'm supposed to be able to tab, but it's all good though. Primary. Primary. Oh, would that be in the need? Yeah, thank you. Primary. Secondary. My bad. Secondary. Primary. Primarily. Secondary. And tertiary. Spectacular. Neutral. Neutral. Alright. So, just select all and align them horizontally. So, push that down. And let's change the caps because that's the thing that should be. I think we should leave it like that. Or let's just change the weight. That's what. Bold. Yes. So like this. So like this. So like that. Good. Alright. Let's take out grid. What's this? Take it down. Perfect. So what's the next on the list? Next. To avoid of voice. We take this out. Put this. Put alt. Move. Control. I'm holding down control and scroll wheel on the mouse to move or zoom in. So turn the voice. Let's make sure this is aligned. Yes. to the image. Okay. Now let's just go ahead and copy the notes we have in the tone of voice, which we have research with the help of use of AI. So this is the tone of voice. Okay, I can copy that, paste that. Also, copy few words, the power words, off limit words, so the vocabulary. This doesn't supposed to have this, no part of tutorial. And just correct this. So these are the power words. The call to action. I might create a button to represent this, but let's see how it goes. So take this down, paste that in there, select all, Control A or Command A using a Mac. Then we reduce that to that. And now let's see. These are the power words. Let's increase the line height. So these are the power words. So now we just increase the line height of this. Take it up, increase this, increase the line height, also increase this, and also take this off. And pages, italic. Seek and rule. Don't delete when design. Accept you might not be needing that, but leave all what you design, especially if you design a logo and there'll be more tips on logo design and the process of branding and all of that cool stuff. We show you the full process of how we design and design bring it to brand to life. So basic continue. So iconography. iconography. In this world of AI, let's take on to yourself what AI can do for you. Yes, now so we have the icons designed already by AI. So just put it in the Google stage precisely. So just take it, put it in the process. We don't want to, as I said, we don't want too much, so just um select this part. Hold shift, select this, hold alt, control alt N or command alt N. Don't have it to be much. Okay. Uh, okay. Then notice the console and if you want. Mm-hmm. I don't give it a feel. Okay, you know what? I'll send this to the back of the front. Then for confidence. No console N. What's the problem? Delete. Alright, so I set up the icon. So we're just gonna be using some tools. So uh, we have some plugins like I told you earlier. I don't want this video to be longer than before. Icon file. So we'll just put a couple of sets of icons in there. So home, search, uh, something. But what else? We also need search. We also need profile. But we need one. But we also need category. Okay. Import also. We need label. But we also need the delete. Or call it bin. Okay. Make sure you mark it. Okay. You don't want saying about. Okay. Let me. One thing about using icons is that you have to keep it consistent. You have to keep it consistent. So we have to use something like just find a border stroke icon. So now imported all of these to the frame. Let's delete that. So close all this. Close this. Now let's take the grid off. I don't know why this don't come up, but let's see. Okay, it's locked down. I'm gonna take it off now. Yeah, cool. Let's lock it down one more time. Let's lock it down. Control Shift L, or if you're on a Mac, you use Command Shift L. So lock it down. Let's just zoom in. Zoom that in. Resize. So about since it's for presentation, I think that's a good size. So about 95 by 95 pixels. So now 95 by 95 pixels. I can just manually reset 95 by 95 pixels. Okay, cool. Now just line them up here. 95 by 95. This automatically. I think we should give that a stroke white, a solid white. No, this is stroke instead. A solid. Let's see the weight of that. Now move the stroke, move the fill, see the weight. What is this? This is the one. The okay. This should have a weight of about having a stroke. Let's try something out. Okay, about 5. I think we should put it. Let's leave it as 4. Okay. So also this should not have a fill color. Now it's not having a fill. I mean, this should be 4. We'll make it white also. Make them. My God, no. I have to just select them one after the other. Okay. Let's take the fill out of this. What of the fill? Let's give it a stroke of 4 with and white. Okay. I think we should give that like about 6. 6. Okay. Cool. Let's increase that a little bit to about 6. Yeah. Now also 6. And now all of you 95. You're also 95. And you 95. So you align them evenly. Okay, we'll group them, pat them to the middle. Cool. Cool. So, be in the habit of naming stuff.